let's talk about the first page of Project 6. So on this page, we're given a table of annual premiums for $1,000 of life insurance and formulas to complete a spreadsheet. Okay, so let's consider what's going on here. First of all, we're given this table, which describes annual premiums. Annual premiums per $1,000 of life insurance are based on three categories, we could call them. A person's age, the type of insurance, so in this case that means whether it's paid up at age 65 or whole life insurance, and a person's gender, whether they are male or female. Knowing these three things about a person will allow us to determine their annual premium per unit. So you're asked to do this for Nicholas Santos, for Zachary Wheeler, and for Dennis Jarvis. You can see that it's already been done for Jesus Hernandez, for example. So let's take a look at the table and see how we arrived at 17 for this answer. So first of all, remember that we need to know the three pieces of information that designate this person's premium. So the first thing we want to know is a person's age. So if I look at Jesus Hernandez, I see that his age is 30. So I'm going to highlight 30. I'm going to highlight this entire row. And I know that one of these cells that I've highlighted is going to end up being his annual premium. Now to narrow it down further, it's helpful to know more information. For example, the type of insurance. Jesus receives insurance paid up at 65. So I'm going to look under this heading, paid up at 65. So that means he must either pay $17 or $14.50, okay? Because those are the only two items from the 30-year-old row that also intersect with paid up at age 65. Finally, I'm able to come to my final answer because I know that Jesus is male, so I look under the male column. The only cell that overlaps with age 30, male, and paid up at 65 is $17. So $17 is his annual premium per unit. You'll use that same technique to figure out the answer for Nicholas, for Zachary, and for Dennis. Now let's look at another problem type. For Jesus, we're asked to calculate the number of units. So remember, units is just referring to units of life insurance, and these units are designated per $1,000. So for example, if you had coverage for $1,000, that's 1 unit. If you had coverage for $10,000, that's 10 units. So here, I can see that the coverage is $300,000. So how many units would that be? And I can find it, since I know that the premium is per $1,000, I can find the number of units by simply taking the coverage and dividing by 1,000. And that will tell me the number of units. And I can use that to find Jesus' number of units. Next, we need to figure out annual premium. So to find annual premium, I need to know two things. So if I know a person's annual premium per unit, and I know the number of units, I can multiply them together to find the annual premium. So again, if I know the annual premium per unit and the number of units, I can multiply these together to find annual premium. And that just leaves quarterly premium. So you can imagine quarterly premium is annual premium split into 4. So to find quarterly premium, all we're going to do, I'll write it at the bottom here, quarterly premium is just equal to our annual premium multiplied by a quarter. Similarly, it would be the same thing to say annual premium divided by 4. Okay, those would mean the same thing. So again, to find annual premium per unit, be sure to use the table. Remember that you need to use all 3 pieces of information here in order to find the number on the table. To find number of units, take coverage and divide by 1,000. To find annual premium, take annual premium per unit and multiply by the number of units. And to find quarterly premium, take the annual premium and divide by 4, or take the annual premium and multiply by 0.25.